Hello, everyone. We're here. Yay! Springtime. Um, I am tired. So, big announcement here at the Aubrey household. Um, because we needed this like we needed nothing. We have two new kittens. They are tiny. They are now 9 weeks old. We adopted them at 8 weeks old, and they are exhausting. They do not let us sleep through the night, no matter how much we wear them out or how much we feed them. They're adorable. I'll have to make sure to post pictures now that I've announced that we have them. I will post them in Discord for you guys to see them, but they are sweet. They're adorable. They're just kittens, and oh my gosh, I am so tired now. Like all the time tired. Plus, of course, I'm getting used to my new job. Love, love, love the new job, but there's lots to learn. And yeah, it's a lot right now, but I am so grateful to be able to sprint with you guys. I have missed you. I miss our weekly sprints we used to do. Speaking of sprinting, because we are together, I wanted to make the announcement that the June sprinting poll will be going up in Discord under the sprint header. So please make sure that you check that out and vote so that you're able to attend the June sprints that we do, because I can only do one weekend a month. I'm sorry. But also, we're going to be doing our book journals. I am so excited. We had a conversation in the, books and journals, oh my, or something like that is what the header is for that on Discord. We're going to get together on Zoom and do a fun quarterly get together and work on our journals, which I never really end up taking the time to work on the journal. I end up mostly actually just hanging out with you guys and having fun and laughing. But anyway, so we'll be doing that on May 23rd. So make sure that is on your calendar as well. Also, the book club did vote, and Legendborn was selected as the book for the month of May. So if you haven't read that, make sure you pick that up. It's fabulous. I had a great time with that series. And also, we hit 1,300. So we'll see how long that lasts, because of course with YouTube it ebbs and flows. But if it sticks it out for my recording time frame, then I will be recording another drawing. I am so excited. We get to have those fun Amazon gift cards so you can get something off your wish list or whatever you want to spend it on. But I'm excited to do that. I love doing those drawings, and gift giving is my love language. So I have a lot of fun with that. Also, there's going to be, I know I haven't put out a lot of content outside of book reviews and TBR games, and that's because, again, I'm still adjusting. It takes a while, guys. Still adjusting to working full time, plus still doing D&D twice a month, still, doing all the other things. Want to visit our family, in Illinois once a month, and I want to spend time with my family. So it just takes up all the time. But there is going to be a fun booktube collab. I'm not going to say with whom, and I'm not going to say what because it'll give it away. But that's coming actually few weeks. I've already been recording for it, and so I'm excited for that to happen. It's my first real collab, and I think you guys will enjoy it. Also, I am still, of course, reading the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, so I'm still doing the series vlog for that. When I finish, I will put that one out. And last but not least, I'm going to be diving into the next library vlog as well. So there will be more content coming out on the channel. It's just going to be a lot slower than what it was when I was home full time. So I'm sorry about that, but I look forward to giving you guys all of the goodies when I can. So I think that's all the announcements that I had going on. So let's see and say a good morning to Mary. Good morning, Mary. How are you feeling this morning? How's your weekend going? And what are you hoping to read today? I'm going to be doing the expiration dates by Rebecca Searle because that's the Happily Ever After book club at my local library's book choice, and I need to get that finished. It took a while to come in on Libby, so I need to get to it and get it finished. Oh, you're reading Darkening Song. Nice. By Delphine Seddon. I hope I say that right. At 36%, want to read the daily pages of Sarum by Edward Rutherford on page 135 of 1033. That is a nice size. And then you need to write a NetGalley review. You're so good at writing your reviews. I've been getting a little bit more caught up on my Goodreads reviews, sadly, mostly because of DNFing. So I think the review at the end of this month, you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh. The number of DNFs that I am going to be producing. But I'm just at that stage now where I'm like, if I'm not loving it, I don't want to lower their star rating because I'm not loving it. And there's other books and very little time now. So I just move on. I'm in a DNF era. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. But I think that sounds so good. And I hope you get a good reviewing done. I think that was all I had in the way of announcements. I've got a lot to do today. I'm sure you do as well, Mary, and anybody else that's watching that's being quiet. So I say, even though it's not been the full 10 minutes, I say we go ahead and do our first roll and get going. And before I forget, I also wanted to point out Vanessa's channel is amazing all on its own, but she's also made this incredible sprinting spreadsheet. So any of you that are watching that are new, definitely go check that out. And you can see whoever is sprinting on any given day. It is absolutely fantastic. It's a wonderful resource, and her channel is just awesome anyway. So highly encourage you to go check that out. All right, so let's see what our first sprint is going to be. And it is a wine glass. Oh, it means we're only going to get a half hour for the first one. I always like the longer ones, but we'll see. Hopefully, as we go, it'll get a little bit longer. So happy reading, happy productivity, everyone. And I will see you back here in a half hour. All right, everyone, we are back from that first sprint already. Like I said, it was a super fast one, but that's okay. In that one, I was still able to get some breakfast, which was good because I was really hungry. And I got to rotate the laundry. So I hung up the clothes we let air dry and did not fold yet, but at least I got the wet stuff from the new load into the dryer that, can be dried. And yeah, I got to hang out with the kitties a little bit. I got to give Katie her good morning hug, and that was about it. I did get to 6% in expiration dates. So far it's cute. It's just setting it up as, the rom-com it's supposed to be. So far so good. How did you all do though? And Mary said a good morning back. Thank you, Mary. And hello to the lurkers out there. And it is totally acceptable to lurk. Everybody's welcome. We had a Kim that did a drive-by. Hello, Kim. Good morning. Getting ready to go to a bike Jeep ride fundraiser. Oh, that's so fun. I hope you all have a wonderful morning of sprints. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful fundraiser. I am going to grab this off of my little Word document and paste it here for you all. Kim has a fantastic channel. You need to make sure you're checking her out if you haven't already and subscribe to her. She just posted a video I have not watched yet. It is on my to watch later list though. It looks like she's going to be co-hosting a readathon in June. So go check that out. She also has her May TBR Cafe game up and running and had some interesting choices this month. So definitely go check it out and give some loves and have a good time, Kim. Good morning, Julie. Slept through the first chat, but glad to be here now to say hi. Glad to have you. And if anybody has a reason to sleep in, it's you. Congrats again. I am so proud of you. What a relief to have that behind you now, right? And I totally understand your decision on walking across the stage or not, but I am so proud of you. You did so good. You killed it. You are a rock star. In a bit of a reading slump after doing a reading challenge in April, I need to stick to mood reading. Do that. And I totally get it. I obviously have my TBR that game that I play. And so I've got a whole plethora of books over there that I need to get to. But after finishing Psycho Fae by Jasmine Mass, which is a total popcorn, monster romantic-y kind of a thing. It's a total just guilty pleasure, but I really liked Psycho Shifters. And so book 2 was Psycho Fae, and I read it. And because of how it ended, I immediately picked up Psycho Beasts. So I have a bunch of stuff I need to do too, but mood reading, I am right there with you, Julie. I too am going to just kind of dive into that, get the feels, get the enjoyment. Wrote the NetGalley review and made some coffee. Excellent, Mary. And I'm Pavlov's dog, so people mention coffee. I have to drink mine. But excellent. I hope you like your coffee. And how was the NetGalley? Was it a good, a happy one, or was it kind of a bit of a letdown? Julie, I did post some pictures on Discord. It's going to be a minute before I can actually have them here when I'm sprinting. They're still getting used to the other cats. And so we open the door, and it's funny because Katie will follow one kitten and, Ryan or I will follow the other. And then the third person stands in the doorway. So none of the big cats go into their room because they're in our bedroom for safety overnight and stuff. And we don't want big cats in there in case the littles get scared. They immediately run back to the safety of their room. So we have to have somebody that guards that door. So that's kind of been our go-to. And each night it seems like they stay out a little bit longer, and they've nose to nose with a couple of them, but inevitably one or two of them will start growling and hissing at them, and the kittens go running. So until we feel really confident that they're not going to crawl into furniture or something and get lost or hurt, or the cats, won't be too rough on them. Until then, we have to make sure we're babysitting at all times. So bringing them out here to sprints would be a little difficult. But whenever Ryan wakes up, if we're still sprinting, I'll see if he'll bring at least, bring them out holding them, because they're only 2.5 pounds. And then I can show them to you guys real quick and then have him take them back into the bedroom, or at least follow them around the house. And here is that link to her channel that I mentioned. So definitely, like I said, go check her out. But yeah, the kittens are so cute. Their names are Romulus and Remus. Let's see what else. Oh, Did you guys hear about Frida McFadden? That is so exciting. We finally know the nom de plume actually is Dr. Sarah Cohen. I thought that was so fun. And I'm so glad that she finally, admitted that she was Frida McFadden. It had always been like she'd worn wigs and things like that. So you couldn't really tell exactly who she was. She said she did that because she didn't want it mixing in with her doctor practice, which makes total sense. I mean, nobody wants to go see a doctor for a serious condition and think this is the doctor that writes all these, thrillers and murder and stuff. I don't know. I want to see that doctor. So I totally get it. But now that she's getting close to retiring and she's stepping back from the doctoring, she's going to embrace the writing. And I love that because, I love me a good Frida McFadden thriller. In fact, one of the ones that I had for this month, I have to get to too. So yeah, but I thought that was really cool to finally get to see the author behind the pen name. Also, there was an incredibly sweet news story I wanted to share with you guys that I highly encourage you to look up and get all the information yourself. Kirk Moore was principal of Pauls Valley High School in Oklahoma. And unfortunately, like what's been happening way too often around here, a student that was upset and angry came to school with a gun, and he basically disarmed the student and in the process got shot in the leg. But he ended up stopping this mass shooting that the kid had wrote a letter that he was planning on doing. So then fast forward a couple months and they have their prom. The students all voted for him to be the prom king. And whenever they announced his name and had him walk up to the stage to get crowned prom king, the song Hero was playing and everybody was giving him a standing ovation. And I thought that was just, it got me in the feels, you guys, when I heard that story. It was just incredible. Absolutely incredible. What a hero. So Kirk Moore, principal of Pauls Valley High School in Oklahoma. So anyway, had to share that. I remember when my cat was a kitten, it's so exhausting. You're not kidding, Julie. These little boogers, man, like they will crawl all over you. They will meow. They will scratch at the bed, like whatever it takes. They think it's hilarious that we don't hold fully still when we're asleep. So when we dare to move our feet under the sheet, that's it. Game on. And their little claws and teeth are sharper than you think. And it hurts and it's exhausting. I miss sleep, you guys. Thorough. Oh, a thorough. Okay. And gave it 4 stars. Love that. Nonfiction you loved, but I wanted less research and more social trivia. I know how that goes too, Mary. I do. But how exciting. A 4-star. I can't wait to go and see your review on that. Frida McFadden is the most hit and miss author for me. I either DNF or really enjoy her books. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. That was me with Ruth Ware for a while. Only it was like one book of hers that I really liked. And it was, I think it was called 0 Days or something like that. It had a white cover on it. And I really liked that one. But then every single one I did after that, nope. Do not like. So I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna say goodbye to Ruth Ware. I don't know why, but it just none of them hit like that first one did. I wouldn't want to see the doctor expecting, right. Yeah, exactly. It'd be a little like you kind of want your doctor to be serious and not scary. So I totally get that. But yeah, so I am we're like a minute before we're going into our second sprint, hopefully a longer one. And so of course, I love doing the joke of the day. So your joke of the day, everyone. I told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised. I know, I'm sorry. That one was really bad, cheesy, bad, corny. I can't help it. I want to make sure I'm not repeating them if possible. And yeah, but I've been there. I have actually, instead of drawn, plucked myself into being surprised all the time. So I completely understand where that's coming from. Yeah, heartwarming story for sure. Yes. All righty. Well, guys, it is time to do the next roll. So let's go to this. All right, everybody. Are you ready? Let's see. Oh, a cookie. Okay, good. I'll take a cookie. It is 45 minutes on the clock. Finally. Still not an hour, but better than 30. So happy reading, happy productivity, everyone. I will see you back here in 45 minutes. All right, everyone, we are back from the second sprint. How did everyone do on that one? I got a lot more done, thankfully. Hi, Whiskey. So because it was a little bit longer, so I appreciate that. I was able to finish the Fab Five cleaning, so now it's just the more deeply weekly cleaning I still need to do. I got to watch Kim's video on Season-a-thon. It's a real short one. It's only like 5 minutes long. Submitted to join, and am waiting for my cabin assignment. I really hope I get in Kim's cabin, but if I don't, I don't. It is what it is. I'm still gonna have a blast. I love readathons. And then I got to 17% in expiration dates. I'm now getting a little bit more information on what these pieces of paper are doing. And at first I'm like, I think it'd be kind of cool to know, like, hey, this relationship is only going to last 3 months. And that way you're not like blindsided by it ending. And it's not always a bad reason. Sometimes it's the boyfriend gets a better job offer or something. And so he moves out of country. So it has a shelf life for these relationships for her when she gets these pieces of paper. And at first I thought it'd be really good, but then I'm like, but then you can never really go all in either, because there's a shelf life on the relationship, and that would be kind of sad. So what do you guys think? Would you want to know in every relationship you start how long it's destined to last? Hello, how are you doing, Angel of Truth? Hope you're having a good day today. What are you up to? I would call her on it. If she can doctor without using it, she can write without. I bet you would. I bet you would. I could totally see you having that conversation, Mary. And Mary says hi to Angel. Kim, catching up on the chat. Thanks for all the, of course, appreciate you. Are you kidding me? You're awesome. It's one of those, for those who don't know, that are lurking in the background. Because obviously the people I'm seeing listed, I've talked to before and know this. This is one of those rare, beautiful moments. I got to meet Kim and Vanessa at Polycon. And it's the rare moments where you see people on TV and then they're like, never meet your hero or whatever. No, these ladies are just as amazing. In fact, even more so when you meet them in person. They are fantastic. They're funny. They're incredible. They're intelligent. They're beautiful. I mean, it is hecka intimidating. Let me tell you, to walk into a ballroom with these two beauties, but I did it. So yeah, they are absolutely phenomenal, and you have to check them out. They really are who they portray themselves to be. Yes, safe travels, Kim. Enjoy it. Good morning, Sam. How's Mama doing today? Oh, hey, lady. Good morning. Drinking coffee and listening to things we do in the dark. Bum, bum, bum. I can't tell. Is it scary or is it naughty? Which way is that going, lady? I got here just in time for the chatty bit. Yay! I'm glad. Hope you have a nice, relaxing Saturday and Mother's Day tomorrow. Hope you have some good plans for Mother's Day with your little one. 40% of Darkening Song, 190 pages to go. Oh, you got this. You could totally finish that during sprints today. Especially if we finally get some longer ones. Been knitting a bit while Jordan took care of the boy. Now it's nap time and we'll try to read some before he wakes. Yes, and still getting in all those adorable baby snuggles. Oh, I remember that stage well. Hello to Sam from Mary. Hi, back to Mary from Sam. I'm loving all the hellos. Okay, it's a mystery thriller. Ooh, sounds like it's going to be full of suspense and intrigue. So I hope you are loving it and having a good time with it. And I also, while we're together, like asking questions when there's a lull in the chats. And I'm curious today, everyone, what is the best job you've ever had? Best job you have ever had. I am curious. I would have to say there's been lots of really good contenders. I really enjoyed working at a party planning place where we got to make balloon bouquets, and there were even weddings that we decorated, not only with flowers, but with like balloon arches and stuff. I really had a good time there. And I think I probably would have enjoyed event planning the rest of my life if that had been an option. But really close to that would be actually working at AMC Theaters. I was one of their payroll people. And so I got to train the new people that came in, and I got to make sure they got uniforms. They knew what they were doing. They were, I had to fill out all their HR kind of paperwork, and then I processed payroll. And I just really enjoyed it. I enjoyed being behind the scenes. I enjoyed getting free movies anytime I wanted. Myself and my spouse and friends or whatever could come and see free movies anytime, like all day long if I wanted, as long as it wasn't sold out. And so, yeah, like I had a great time. I had the best boss. He was so sweet. And in fact, even today, we're still in touch on Facebook. And so we'll like send each other birthday messages and stuff. And yeah, so I'd have to say, longevity wise, AMC Theaters was probably my all time favorite. But I also really enjoyed the event planning. How about you guys? Boy's getting 2 teeth in. No, he's not. He's growing so fast. Of course he's fussy. It hurts. May have been trying out foods now. Oh, so far oatmeal is the favorite. Yum. Good for him. He's got good taste. Oh, right, Mary? Oh, babies. I'm so excited. My hubby surprised me with date night tomorrow night for Mother's Day. Nice. My favorite job will always be a mom. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Of course, I love being a mom too, but yeah, like just for me, like, because once you put on that mantle of mom, which is the toughest but best job you'll ever have, you kind of lose your identity a little bit. You're mostly mom, and that's it. And it's hard to get back into that mindset of who you were before you were a mom. And so that's why I was trying to focus mostly on those kind of jobs. But you're absolutely right. Being a mom is so important and exhausting and rewarding. And let me tell you, just wait, lady, until they're teenagers. Just you wait. Because even when they're phenomenal teenagers, and I cannot stress that enough, you guys, Katie has been phenomenal this whole time. She's now 16. Absolutely phenomenal, hands down. But everything I say makes her upset. Everything I say makes her mad. Everything I say has to be argued with now. Everything I say offends her. We're just at that stage. So buckle up. That's all I'm going to say is buckle up. But yeah, you're absolutely right, lady. And especially with Mother's Day, and I'm excited you get to have a date. we were going to have tomorrow be a celebration for Mother's Day, obviously for myself. And I was hoping to be able to go see Devil Wears Prada 2 because I loved the first one. I was hoping to see the sequel. Unfortunately, my best friend's father passed away. And so his visitation and funeral in Illinois will be tomorrow. And so, of course, we're going to go do that. So we're postponing Mother's Day for us in our house until next weekend. But hopefully it'll still be at the theaters. I think it's made like tons of money so far. So I'm hoping they keep it at the theaters for a while so I can still see it next weekend. Wasn't a paying job, but my senior year of high school, I worked in a school library. Oh, see, working in a library would be phenomenal too. Yes, surrounded by books, being able to help people find that perfect book for them. That sounds amazing, Sam. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. All right, we have less than a minute left. So give last minute little comments before we do our third sprint roll. I am very excited. We are moving along. I still have 100 things on my to-do list. So unfortunately, I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of a busy weekend of things that need to get done. So it is what it is. But yeah, I am looking forward to hopefully a relaxing afternoon after being done with fun sprints. Let's see. I don't know why it's not. There we go. Sometimes StreamYard gets mad at me. Here we go. All right, our third sprint, everyone. And it's a coffee cup. Yay! We finally get that hour that I've been wanting, and I know you've been wanting. All right, everyone. Happy reading, happy productivity, and I will see you all back here in an hour. Hopefully
Making whatever
I'm on. Hopefully I'm coming back. Let me see. That is so frustrating. If you can hear me, I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why it's randomly trying to not let me. Let's see. I'm here. Timer was still going. And it still says stream unavailable. But yet StreamYard's showing me. That is so annoying. That makes no sense to me at all. Frustrated. Sorry, guys. I'll do a picture in Discord even. That is so weird. I put pic in Discord showing StreamYard acting like it's still going. Oh, well, now it looks like,
You're up now.
yeah. What on earth? That makes no sense. Okay, so yeah, the only thing I can think of is maybe it didn't like the ambiance, but it's one I've used before. I'm so confused. I am so confused, you guys. I am so sorry. I have no clue. No clue. Technology. Well, anyway, I'm glad we can all meet back together again, at least. So on that sprint session, I was able to get the weekly planning done, my meal prep done, order groceries to be delivered, was able to feed the outside critters, the birds and squirrels and things, and got to 30% in my expiration dates. So how about you guys? Besides all that madness, I mean, thankfully my husband does IT for a living, so he's going to look into it and see exactly what went down and email them and stuff, because that's just weird. And I really don't know what to do, because the ambiance that I create, it's just repetitive. It just keeps playing the same thing over and over again. And it just, to me, it's not the same. And even then, the music we can only do in short little, like, 5-10 minute bursts that Canva gives you. So it's like, it's just not as good either. So we'll see, guys. We'll figure it out. I may have to go back to that lo-fi, like, Kim has. I have the same kind of lo-fi thing, and see if we can do that again, and maybe just do that in the background. Sam said tomorrow's Jordan's dad's birthday, but we're going to see him today. Not sure what tomorrow will bring other than pancakes. Ooh, I love pancakes. I think that sounds wonderful, Sam. Pancakes are always good, Mary says. Yes. Hello, first time joining. I'm sorry it was such chaos for your first time, but you are most welcome, and I'm glad to have you here. And the only thing to know is I roll a dice for our sprint lengths, and if it lands on a roll again, the first person to post will be the one to decide how long our sprint's going to be. So just keep that in mind. Welcome, and what are you reading from Mary? Right now, I'm reading Crooked House by Agatha Christie, but I have so many books am I currently reading that I thought joining a sprint would help me finish a book for sure. For sure, it does. And also, since you're new, I did it first thing this morning, but I'm going to pop it up here again in the comments up at the top. This sprinting spreadsheet was created by a couple of awesome people, Christina and Vanessa, and this is attached to Vanessa's channel. You need to go shout her, go check her out and give her some loves. But it's wonderful. Anytime you want to sprint, you just click on the date and it will have links there to take you to sprinting right away. Highly, highly encourage you to check that out. That's what we're here for. Yes, to get the reading done for sure. What would you like to be called? That's a good question, Mary. FYI, if you're interested in more sprints, Bookie Monsters has sprints today at 3 p.m. There you go. She chats for about 5 to 10 minutes like we're doing, and sprints until the top of every hour. I love that. Thank you for the shout out there, Mary. Cool. Thank you. I prefer being called Is. Okay. I like that, Liz. That's what I'll call you as well. Oop. What happened? This must be when it started going down. I don't know. Yeah. There's Christina. I was just talking about her. Hi, sweetie. Good to see you. Good morning to Sam. Sounds like we should expect SWAT surrounding her. Oh, no. It wasn't me. I promise. I don't know, Christina. We were fine until you came. Excuse me. We were fine until you showed up. It makes one wonder. Hi to Christina from Mary. And hi back to Mary from Christina. And our public service announcement that I missed since I don't get to do sprints every week anymore. Remember, everyone, to hydrate, feed yourself, check the laundry, take your meds, stretch, show love to the like button. Thank you. And make sure that you sub and ring the bell so you'll hopefully get notified. Yeah. What does this mean? I think so. I think it might be, which is so bizarre because, again, everybody uses, reading ambiance. So I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Thank you, Christina. I came back without SWAT for sure. Good morning to Christina from Sam and hubby. Thank you. Yeah, and that was me. I'm like, I'm here. I'm still here. So crazy. Yeah, so frustrated. Hi to Ryan from Christina. Thank you guys. You're so patient and sweet. And yeah, you guys can see in Discord, my setup was still going. The timer shows it's been going live for 2 hours and 51 minutes. So it never stopped here on StreamYard. So it has to be a YouTube thing. And what would sprints be without technical difficulties? Too easy, Christina. They would be too easy. I'm so glad it came back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, horrible. Yes, I agree, Sam. YouTube is very dumb. So many times they'll sit there like it's literally a song that Canva has available, which YouTube has universally said they accepted all songs that are on Canva, but they will literally flag my YouTube videos I put up if I have the music in the background. And we have to sit there and email them and argue with them that it's in Canva. We have a subscription to Canva. We're allowed to use this from Canva. And then wait for them to finally free it up. Like, it is ridiculous. Amy's here. Hello. I'm hopping in for a moment to say hello. Currently listening to Molka before we go to our son and the baby shower. I hope you enjoy the daughter-in-law's baby shower. Molka was weird. I'm interested in knowing your take on it, Amy. I got to page 38 and A Killing in the Hills and scrolled. Ooh, fun, Sam. I like the ones you made though. Oh, thank you, Christina. They are very repetitive. I'm happy to go back and doing it because, I also got to pick like a theme, the background picture, and add little cats hiding places and things. So I'm happy to do it again. And it just means hubby's got to help me string it together so that I get at least a good 2 hours worth of video time. Got to 28% of things we do in the dark and working on a crochet pillow I'm making for a birthday present. That sounds so sweet. I love that. That's awesome, right? Oh, so creative. You guys are so good. 143 pages to go. So close. Go. Hi, and welcome to Liz from Christina. Oh, thank you. I miss you guys so much. I am so grateful for my job. Cannot stress that enough. I absolutely love it. I actually look forward to going to work every day. And that doesn't happen very often, I am aware. So I am very, very blessed. But I do miss our weekly sprints and putting out content every Sunday. I do miss that. There are a couple of people that have ambiance that is okay to use. Actually, I think Vanessa has one too. I may have to hit her up and ask. They made them for sprinting. Okay, I may have to look into this more, Christina. Pick your brain a little bit. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Looking forward to work is a great thing. It is. And again, it's a rarity. So I'm grateful. Yes, it is. I am so excited. I am what's called a title processor. And so basically, you try to get a mortgage or whatever, and you go to a title company. I'm the person behind the scenes that's getting all the documents and contracts and paperwork together in that nice thick file you get. So that's what I do. It may sound boring, and I get that, but for my autistic brain, I really enjoy how I know what to expect in these things. There's a certain checklist for these things. There's always little differences, of course. And I love knowing that I'm helping people find that dream home. That makes me very, very happy. So I enjoy it tremendously. And everybody I work with is so nice. All right, let's go into the final sprint. Again, I apologize for the chaos that happened. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. To be on the safe side, I'm probably not going to have ambiance this time. I'll just have my picture up, but I'll have it muted. So I apologize. You're going to have my mug while I'm here, or if we have a long one, I'm going to get up and make breakfast for everyone that just woke up. And then you'll just have my books to look at, and any cats that might jump in the area. Oh, speaking of saying this out loud so that my hubby can hear who's on the other side of this laptop, we would love you to bring both the kittens in, please, if you don't mind, like one in each hand, so that they can meet Remus and Romulus. That would be really, really cool. Do you guys want to meet them before we do our final sprint or after the final sprint? Let me know below. Have a great day to everyone. Hope to see you in June. Yes, Amy, for sure. Make sure you guys go on Discord and vote. It's under the Sprint tab. And yeah, we'll see when we're going to meet again in June. Oh, thank you, Christina. You guys are so sweet. I appreciate that. Go grab them kittens, baby. Thank you. And we're going to roll. The final sprint is a wine glass. No, we're going to have a short sprint. So a little 30-minute sprint means I'm going to have to be super quick with my cooking. I may have to have Ryan take over after. But yes, I am super excited to show you guys these little monsters that won't let me sleep like at all. Remus and Romulus, right? Thank you. They came up with it. Pretty much Ryan and Katie have named every cat that we have. So roll again. Christina's like, no, I want a longer one, right? This is what I'm saying. That was just a practice roll. Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. Everybody, meet Remus and Romulus. They're a bonded pair. They're in the same litter. They love each other very much, and they get along so beautifully, and they don't let me sleep at all. What do you guys think? Say hi to everybody. Yeah, you're being good boys. You're being good boys. So anyway, there you go, guys. You're the first to get to meet them. They haven't been on any of my filming or anything in the background like that. So you're the first to get to see them. Yes, they're such precious babies. Yes, I love them. I have no energy ever again, but they are so precious. They are so cute. Thank you. Sam says Ryan's cute too, I guess. He says thank you, Sam. All right, guys. I'm going to put a half hour on my clock anyway, and you'll have the little banner going by. And I'm sorry, that's all the ambiance you get today. I will go back to the drawing board and I'll talk to Vanessa, see if I can borrow one of hers. And yeah, I guess start making my own again. So happy reading, happy productivity, everyone. And I'll see you back here in a half hour. right, everyone, we are back from the last sprint today. And again, I say make sure you go into the Discord and vote for June, which weekend works best for you. And that way we can make sure to meet up again next month. But how did you do on that sprint? I got our crockpot mac and cheese going so that it's ready for a late lunch / early dinner. And I chatted with hubby. That's pretty much what I did, getting that stuff going and then getting out the ingredients for breakfast that I'll cook right after this. So at this point, brunch, honestly. But let me know what you did. Only 115 pages to go. Go, Mary, go. Lovely to see you too. June does seem so far away. But like I said, May 23rd, we're doing the Zoom. So if you're available, please be looking in Discord under the planners and journals. Oh my. That way, and I'll tag everyone. But that way you can join us on the Zoom, which is even more fun because it's back and forth. It's not even reading a comment. We're chatting with each other on Zoom and going through our book journals. So please join. All I did was call my mom about tomorrow. Hey, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. It was nice meeting you. I'll be at Bookie Monsters this evening. Good. And thank you. Yes, Liz, it was so nice to meet you and have you here with us. Sorry, it was so chaotic. And thank you for the reminder again in the chat up above. Make sure you click that or get to that information that Mary told us about someone who's going to be continuing to stream. Bye, Mary. It's good to see you. And a wave. Yes. We had to call the grandparents and aunties to see how many tickets we need for graduation. It is coming up. May is the month of graduation. That's exciting. That is so exciting, though. I am so happy for you. Read 35% of Crooked House. Ooh, are you liking it, though, Liz? Let me know. Just learned about the page counts for ACOTAR 6 and 7. Oh, really? Oh, I'm going to have to Google that now. You know, I hate being on my phone when I'm chatting with you guys, but I needs to know what is the ACOTAR 6 page count? 352 pages. That's it? That seems so short. I would have expected it a lot longer than that, given these have been waiting. But then book 7 is 928 pages. I feel like maybe there should have been a more middle ground break for that, maybe. That seems a little yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. That's kind of shocking, the difference. Oh, woke up, refusing to be put down to play, and just wanted to hold. Oh, of course he just wanted you to hold him. Snuggles. Absolutely, Christina. It was so good getting to see you again. I miss you. Have a beautiful day yourself and to your family, and have a great afternoon and enjoy graduations. Oh, I'm going to go and take a look at that picture for sure, Sam. And thank you for the reminders, Christina. And need more sprints? Then we've got some mayhem happening. I love that. Yes, tell me you got the link. Yes, good. Good. Thank you, Christina. Always doing all the important things for us. Freaking out about it, right? Like barely 400 pages and then one that's almost 1,000. What do you think is happening in those books? It's blowing my mind. There we go. There's the playlist. Love it. All the links. Yes. Thank you, Christina. I just want, hi, how are you doing, cutie? You are already beloved by so many, little one. Oh, well, thank you all so much for being here. I miss you guys. More content coming. Like I said, be watching Discord. That's where a lot of the information is going to be coming out. And I will be doing the drawing for 1300 soon. So I'll be looking for that as well. Thank you guys. Take care. Have a great rest of your day and have wonderful, if you're going to celebrate Mother's Day tomorrow.